Hey guys, Sophia here from My Great Challenge. Welcome back to my channel and week 3 of my Weight Watchers weight loss journey update. Is it? Yes, it is week 3. So before I tell you how I did, I'm going to talk about a few things. I need my glasses for that. I did very well this week and got a story behind it. I'm not going to do a recipe because today was Willie's birthday and didn't have time to do any of that. You know, because we went out and whatnot. So the card for this week had a recipe that was gnocchi with baby broccoli, chili, and lemon that actually looks pretty good. You have to buy the shelf-stable potato gnocchis, and that's 7 points per serving. For me, that's not worthy. See, sometimes you gotta ask yourself about the worthiness of the points. Is it something I really want to spend 7 points on? Because a serving is probably just 2 cups, and it's not a lot. The gnocchis take a lot of room. So no, that's not something I will try. So the theme for the week was be kind to yourself. And it was really interesting. We had a fascinating conversation in the workshop meeting today. What she did was give us a little index card, and everybody wrote down something that they feel ashamed of with regards to themselves, feel bad or criticize, you know. And we put them all in a bag, and then everybody took turn and picked one, and we read them out loud. And it was basically us reading what other people wrote, right? And let me tell you, there was a few tears. Okay, including for me, because it was really revealing how negative we can be about ourselves. And I already have big issues with women who criticize other women, in particular women who body shame other women. I find it appalling. I don't understand how people do that. I just, you know, I think that every woman at some point in her life has struggled with weight. Whether it's after pregnancy or during teenage years or after menopause, or any point in time, the majority of women will struggle with their weight. And for us to show zero empathy towards another woman who struggles, maybe not the same way than you have or that you currently are, and body shame them about it, is just, to me, unacceptable. It really is. It's hurtful, and where are we going with that? You know what I mean? Like, I understand that some people really need a wake-up call, but criticizing and constantly being on top of them is really not getting anywhere. So I really wish that people would spend more time looking at other women and finding beauty in them regardless of the shape or size. Right? I mean, really, I've got enough problems criticizing my own appearance that I really don't need other people to do the same. Because, I mean, it's like you're not driving a point. We already know that. You know what I mean? So we talked about the things that we say about ourselves with regard to our weight and how we feel about ourselves and how long has it been going on. And there were some women in the group for who self-body shaming has been going on for 40 years. I mean, think about it in terms of an emotional burden. 40 years of feeling bad and ashamed of the way your body is shaped. I understand we have a lot of control as to what we put in our mouth, but there's a lot of people who have genes, medication, lifestyle in terms of activity level, and sometimes just culture that makes it very difficult for them to maintain a healthy weight. So there was some lady in the group today who was talking about how since age 9 or 10, and she's in her 50s, all she heard from her mother was she needed to lose weight. She needed to watch what she ate. She would never find a good husband if she didn't have a certain figure. And you hear that for 10, 15, 20, 30, 40 years of your life. Guess what? You end up believing it. You really do. You end up believing that you're not good enough. Your body just is not acceptable, and therefore people are not gonna find you acceptable and continue to reject you, and you end up making bad choices with regards to relationship, jobs, and food, all sorts of bad choices just based on your belief. And sometimes it wasn't even your belief to begin with, it was just planted there, and it's very difficult to remove. It's one of those things when you've spent most of your childhood and your early adulthood believing the stuff that people were saying about you, it's very difficult to shake it off. So we talked about things that you can do. So it has what to do. Be a friend to yourself. I'm going to read this for you. The next time you're struggling, consider how you treat a friend in that situation and treat yourself the same way. Now, we're very good at encouraging other people, but can we encourage ourselves? One, think about times when you felt bad about yourself. What do you typically say to yourself? So ask yourself, what do you say? Right? I know what I say to myself. I've let myself go. I'm no longer pretty. I no longer fit in sexy, attractive clothes. As a result, I dress conservatively and very nondescript. Kind of, I mean, we know that. All those things that you say to yourself. Now, imagine that a close friend feels bad about themselves or is struggling in some way. What would you say to them? So if your friend is saying what I just said, right, I'm no longer pretty, or I let myself go, or these kind of clothes are not for me anymore, what would you tell your friend, right? Is there a difference? If so, why? Think about what might change if you treat yourself as though a friend. Very interesting conversation today at the meeting. Really enjoyed it. It got really emotional for a lot of people. I know where mine comes from. I've mentioned it before. I was a ballerina for a very long time, and in order for me to get to the solos, I had to lose weight, and I heard pretty much 3 times a week for 8 years, Sophia, you need to drop X amount. They always told you the exact amount of weight you need to drop. You need to drop it, you need to drop it. It got to a point where they put me on the scale. Think about it. You're 13-year-old and your dance instructor is putting you on the scale. And that's the beginning of the year, and determining where you're going to be on stage and what part you're going to have based on the number on the scale. So eventually I had an ultimatum that couldn't stay in the company, in the dance company, if I didn't lose X amount of weight by the summer, and I never did. So that was it for me in dancing, And I carried that pretty much my whole life, that I can't be challenged with that, and apparently fitting the box is just something that I'm not good at and not good enough at. And the shame of not fitting in and being booted from the dance group, the shame of not being able to lose the weight, the shame of continuing to eat bad foods even though you've been told this is the reason why you've lost all of those things that were important to you. It's just, you carry it for your entire life, and I still carry it today. And then you compound that with family members who are constantly telling you, you would look so much better if you were 25 pounds lighter, or it's too bad you're so heavy, I would love to make this for you, it's too bad you're this way because that dress would look great on you, or no, this is not for you, girl. Okay, when you hear that your whole life, it comes to a point where you end up believing this stuff, that these clothes are not for me, and this group of people there is not for me. I can't be part of that because I don't fit that box. So think about how think about the directions you've taken in your life, all of your journeys, and how that was impacted and influenced by the way you feel about yourself and your body image. And add to that how other people have influenced your body image, and then you'll figure out why you are the way you are today and why you want to be on Weight Watchers. So let me tell you, great conversation. So I'm gonna try my very best to be a friend to myself. It can be very difficult, but I'm gonna do that this week. Gratitude, and let go of the critiques, really. Like, let go. So anyway, how did I do this week? Well, I'll tell you what. This week we had a breakfast for Valentine's Day with the team at work, and everybody baked, cooked, and bought something. We had a serious spread of food, and we are there's 3 of us right now on Weight Watchers on the team, and we're a team of 12. Okay, so we said to ourselves, oh my God, what are we gonna do? I made the frittata, I made some brownies, I was gonna make something else, I didn't have time. What do we have? We had spanakopita, which is spinach pies, we had cakes, we had sausages, we had fruit bagels, we had, you name it, it was on the table, lots of food. Cheesecake, all right, anyway, so we made a plan, and the plan was, I was tracking their food and they were tracking my food. So before we sat down, we looked at all the food and we went on the app and we calculated all the points of servings. And we said, okay, what do you want to eat? Well, I don't want any carb, but I want the sausages, I want the spanakopita, and I want the frittata that Sophia made. Okay, what else do you want? I want the fruits and I want 2 sausage patties. So I would calculate and I would tell my coworker, all right, well, that's going to be like 17 points. Okay, mine ended up being, I had 9 points left after breakfast, and we all put a big X on the bagels. They were bagels that were, how do you call French toast bagels. A French toast bagel is 13 points, y'all. 13 points. We don't have any bagel. So we all ended up between 9 and 11 points left for the rest of the day, and that was just breakfast, right? So we made a pact that for the rest of the day we were only going to eat 0-point food, and then for dinner we'll just have whatever points we had left. And we did that. None of us gained weight this week. All 3 of us lost weight. So we were able to enjoy a really good breakfast. We had a little bit of everything. The choice was amazing. We were able to choose those things we really wanted to eat. There was nothing except for that bagel where we said, I can't have that. And we managed, we planned for the rest of the day. And it worked beautifully. So how did I do this week? I lost. Are you ready for that? I left my thing down. Let me get my app then. This week for week 3, I did really, really good and actually did better than last week. So I'm gonna go on the app. Oh, I hope you can see it. Okay, so this week I lost another 2.2 pounds for a total loss of 8.2. 8.2 in 3 weeks. So I did really, really good, and I am not hungry. I don't feel deprived. I have to tell you, the freestyle is working for me for now, because you know I may change my mind later on, but for now it's working. I love that I can have free foods on freestyle and they don't count, like the chicken and the eggs, yogurt, Greek yogurt, non-fat. I love that I can have that because I can really create entire meals that are filling, they're full of protein and nutrients, and they're still 0 point, and I don't feel I'm on a diet. I still didn't boost my exercise, but you can count cleaning as exercise if you wanted to. But anyway, so yeah, 2 pounds, 2 ounces for a total of 8.2. So next week, I'm hoping to reach the 10 pounds. I don't have a recipe for you today, but I want to share a food item. You can find this in the bread aisle. This is called 647 bread. They have it in, it's $3.99 at my Stop and Shop. They have it in 3 different flavors. They have Italian, they have wheat, and they have white. And I'm going to tell you why this is a better choice. First of all, the slices are thick. They're like regular slices of bread. If you buy the slices of the bread that's Weight Watcher light bread, you'll see that it's super thin and it's like air. Okay, but these, look at the size of this. This is like a conventional slice of bread, and guess what? one slice is 1 point. So you can have a sandwich and it's only 2 points for the bread, and you really feel like you're eating bread. You don't feel like you're eating diet bread. You know what I mean? So if you go to your supermarket this weekend and you want to find an alternative and you feel like you just can't have the sandwich thins anymore, because the sandwich thins are 3 or 4 points, right? So I could actually have 4 slices of this and I still don't meet the sandwich fins. So I can make 2 sandwiches now instead of just 1 sandwich. Not that I'm trying to eat more, because I'm still trying to reduce the amount of food that I'm eating, but when you're just starting on Weight Watchers or any other lifestyle changes or diet, sometimes you still feel that you need to have a certain quantity to feel satisfied. Maybe you want to switch to that. So again, this is 647 bread. It's by Schmidt, and it's got 6 grams of net carbs, 40 calories per slice, and 8 grams of fiber, and they have it in 3 flavors. So that's it for today. That was my update for Weight Watchers. I hope you enjoyed. I wish you all great success for the following week. It's going to be week 4 for me. I'm super excited. I feel good. I really do. I can see it. I hope you can see it too. I can see it here, you know, in my collarbone. I can feel it in my jeans. I actually feel like I'm almost ready to switch down a size in my jeans. It's amazing, right? And I've lost a lot on the front. This is usually where I gain all the weight. Like I bulk up on the front and on the thighs and the face, but the face is always the first one to lose anyway. So I wish you success. I hope you enjoyed this video. I will see you next week. Thank you for watching, you guys. Bye.